Meghan smashes dishes in LA as photos of Catherine reveal huge fortune from Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth's will is a closely guarded secret, but new photos of Kate Middleton reveal exactly just how much she may have been gifted. Hello everyone, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. Okay folks, so if you want to find out exactly what was in the will of Queen Elizabeth II, then you better get ready to be picking some locks and possibly going to jail for committing a crime, because it is a closely guarded secret, and I mean closely guarded. It's kept at a secret location in London, and there's no way that we're going to find out where it is. And we have Prince Francis of Teck to thank, who back in 1910 decided to leave a matzah to his mistress, a minor detail that his sister Queen Mary decided was best to keep out of the hands of the public. So she got the courts to do something about it, and for the more than 100 years that has passed since then, wills belonging to members of the royal family are kept under lock and key, and they are never made publicly available, unlike every other such same document in the UK. So the point is, who got what from Queen Elizabeth is going to be a mystery forever, except over the weekend, we got a new hint. Catherine, the ever-beautiful Princess of Wales, may have been the recipient of a much larger share than anybody had figured. This weekend, the royal family was out in full force to mark Remembrance Day. First, they went to the Royal British Legion Festival of Remembrance, and then on Sunday, the National Service of Remembrance at the Cenotaph. For the Festival of Remembrance event, Catherine re-wore an Amelia Wickstead dress that she first wore during the mourning period for her late majesty back in 2022. And again, she had some accessories. She had the monarch's signature 3-string pearl necklace. Catherine has been modernizing her wardrobe a bit lately, so it was a nice gesture. I mean, the 3-strand pearls are a bit old-fashioned, but still, she was honoring the late queen. And what Catherine wore for the service of remembrance at the Cenotaph was another matter altogether. Catherine recycled again, as she's so good at doing. In this case, she wore a Catherine Walker military-style coat that she first wore back in 2019. But it was that big pair of earrings that really caught our attention. Now, on anybody else, those earrings certainly would have been rhinestones, or maybe cubic zirconia at best. But this is Catherine we're talking about, and there's nothing about her that's fake. So, a particularly eagle-eyed royal watcher on Twitter worked out that they had belonged to the late queen, although they hadn't been in circulation for quite some time, perhaps even decades. The earrings are a part of a set that included a brooch that the late queen wore on a regular basis. They're made of pearls nestled in a pave-set diamond leaf setting, and they are gorgeous. But it's been 20 years since we saw those earrings in public. It was 2003. So for reference, that was before Prince William's relationship with Catherine had even been made public. I mean, back then, Harry, the Duke of Sussex, had only just finished secondary school. Even though the world had basically forgotten about these pearl and diamond earrings, they are probably worth about as much as a one-bedroom apartment within spitting distance of Sydney Harbor. Now we realize these earrings were not lost somewhere. Instead, they were left to Catherine. So understandably, the question on everybody's lips right now is, just how much jewelry did the late queen leave the Princess of Wales? As the Court Jeweler website has pointed out, there are so many interesting bits of royal jewelry that haven't seen the light of day for decades. For example, Queen Mary's sapphire bandeau, Queen Mary's love trophy collar, Queen Alexandra's Dagmar necklace. We haven't seen any of that since the advent of color television. So exactly how many of these, or other bits of valuable jewelry, may now be nestled somewhere in Catherine's home? It's not necessarily easy to come to grips with the full extent of the Windsor's collection of jewels, considering that it is steeped in a lot of controversy, from jewelry that was given to the royal family by colonial nations to figuring out why some pieces are included in the royal connection and others are not. Now, the royal collection is the body that looks after important pieces in trust for the country, and others are privately held. For instance, earlier this year, they tried to get the palace to explain why more than $153 million worth of jewelry that were presented to them as official gifts hadn't been added to the royal collection register, and they refused to explain. But anyway, what about Catherine and these earrings? What they represent is pretty obvious. The late queen absolutely loved her granddaughter-in-law. She had so much respect for her. It proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that the queen thought Catherine was doing an excellent job as an HRH, and she knew that she was going to make a lovely queen someday. Of course, it wasn't only Catherine who got some fancy jewelry. Zara Tyndall, Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, they've all over the last year been seen out and about wearing jewelry that may have belonged to their grandmother. Although Her Late Majesty did lend Bea her favorite French tiara for her 2020 wedding, and a Norman Hartnell dress as well. And what about the late Queen's other granddaughter-in-law, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex? Has she been seen wearing any pieces from the Windsor collection? Well, okay. In 2018, Her Late Majesty presented Meghan with a pair of diamond and pearl earrings during their joint trip to Merseyside to open a bridge. And then Meghan wore those earrings in 2022 for the Westminster Hall service for the reception of the late Queen's coffin, and then for Her Late Majesty's state funeral. But it's been 14 months since then, and Meghan has not been seen wearing anything that belonged to the late, great, beloved Queen. Of course, it could have something to do with what was owned by the royal collection and what was personally owned by Queen Elizabeth. And then we got to consider the fact that one day Catherine is going to be a queen or queen consort as well. But anyway, you know what they say it with flowers. I can't help but wonder when it came to Her Late Majesty if her motto was, say it with jewelry. Is it any wonder that the late queen didn't want to leave Meghan a bunch of jewelry? I mean, come on. In the beginning, we thought she was okay. We thought maybe she was a little spoiled, maybe she was too used to getting her way, but then things became very dark indeed, and we saw her real character. But I suspect the late queen got her number way before we did. I mean, this woman who was so cruel towards her own father. Why would she be deserving of any gifts? If she wants something, she just takes it anyway. And it's really Meghan's fault that everything ended up so disastrous. If she had just known how to play the game, just kept her mouth shut and gone along with what people told her to do, she would be fine right now. She and Harry would still be working royals. She would have the platform to do the good in the world that she claims she wants to do. She would be getting as much media attention as she wanted. But one thing she couldn't be was top dog, and she couldn't stand that. She couldn't stand the fact that she was never going to receive equal billing with Catherine. And what does Meghan have to show now for her nasty behavior? Well, I'll tell you what she doesn't have to show. A gorgeous set of pearl and diamond earrings and a 3-strand pearl necklace, that's what. And you, what do you think about Meghan Markle? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments. Don't be afraid to like and share this video with your friends and family members who need it anytime you want. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.